Hello everyone, welcome back. Syrup season's done, over with. I just wanted to show you a process that nobody really shows. It's cleanup. We're washing out Thumper here, getting them all cleaned up. I just want to show you how when you're running your rig, and it's very important to clean as you go. I've cleaned him every other boil. I would rinse it, like drain them out, rinse them out, keep them clean. But as the season progresses, the sap does get quite a bit dirtier. I just want to show you. This was from the last boil that we did last weekend, and this is result. I put cleaner in here, so that's why it's all loose like that. You can see in here, see where the flues are. All that was stuck to the pan, so it didn't look as bad. I put cleaner in it, filled it full of water, heated them up, let them sit overnight. Now we're into the cleaning. So I showed you there what it looks like. I'll get it off, get it pressure washed down, and then I'll show you the end result, see how clean it gets. Okay, I thought I'd just show you guys the bottom side of this, the back pan of Thumper here. You can see those flues there, where I was talking about the flues, where you see it boiling. The reason why it's boiling so hard is the fire actually has to come through up underneath the evaporator, the arch, which I'll show you in a second here. But the heat actually goes through or beside each one of those flues. That's how you get that hard, fast boil. When I start the fire, I can have a boil going within about 40 minutes. If I keep on the fire, 40 minutes, I'll be a good boil in about an hour or less. And you see how dirty this gets. So there's the bottom side, so the fire has to go up through there. And then you can see where the sap, where the sap sits in here, and the fire comes up through the middle of those flues. So here's the arch. He's all taken apart now. So the fire's in here. Fire's in here, and you can see this slope. These are where my two finishing pans are, right here. And this slope comes up, and then see, this is all this is sand, and it's straight across. So the fire has to come up the slope as it's drawing through, the air is drawing through. The heat goes up in between those flues, and then down, so it goes across the whole pan, and then down, and then comes up the chimney, and it goes all the way up and at the top. So that's where you're getting that hard boil. All the heat gets to those flues, which you make a good rapid boil, a fast boil. And there's how it is. A lot of people have asked me or wanted to know how fast I could boil and wondered why I could boil. So there you go. Okay, he's all put back, washed up. You can see where I put some spacers underneath him so he's not directly onto the arch. You see, nice and clean there. Back pan, you've seen the picture before. Now, nice and clean there now. Nice and shiny, ready for next year. There we go. Nice and clean for next year. Ready to go. Got my float boxes all taken off. Float box, everything's taken off. All I have to do now is put his bed sheets on, and it'll be good to go. My float boxes, everything's over there. Auto draw's taken off. It's all apart. I'll store that away, and I'll get them all cleaned up. They're fairly clean there now. I'm just gonna wipe them down, and they'll be ready to go. Anyways, you see me clean Thumper. We're all done. We're up here at Dad's. We're going to do the 3/16 line. So anybody running 3/16 line and wondering how to clean them, this is how I do it. There's all kinds of different ways how people want to do it or how everybody does it. But this is how we do it. And in Ontario, we are allowed to run isopropyl, which I run through my lines. I run Javex and water through first, my end line here. I run it through, let it wash through, and then I go through each drop and I put about 3 to 4 sprays of isopropyl through the drops. So all I do is, here's my end line. This is water and Javex. This is actually an oil. I bought this brand new, but this is just all this is an oil funnel that actually fit right in the end of the spouts, right tight. And I just pull it up there, open it up, I raise it up, and I hold it there, let the water run through. You can see the water running through the line there. You can see the bubbles going as they're running through. I don't put a lot through, I put a bit through, just enough to get the little bit of whatever debris in there. And these lines, all these lines run to a main line. So I'll run all this water through, and then I'll run my isopropyl through the drops. And then once this whole line is done, I come back up and I pump about 20 to 30 gallons of water through the main line to wash the main line out and whatever's left in it. So that's probably enough water. Just hold it up. You can see it driving through. It's pulling it through. The 3/16 pulling it through. And I just take the end. This is the end drop, and I just leave it tucked in here, so it actually can get air. So when I spray all the drops, it actually pulls through faster. And then when everything's done, I come back and I will plug it back in, so everything's airtight, so the isopropyl stays in there, no bacteria growth grows in the lines, and then it's good for next year. This year I'll be taking all my taps off. I'll be cutting all my taps and putting new taps in. Everybody says they replace them yearly. I don't. I do them every 2 to 3 years, because if I was saving these, I would spray isopropyl all around them and then plug them, put them back in their the tees there, and they'd be good for next year. But since they're a couple years old, we'll be replacing them. After I've done the end line, I carry my 5-gallon pail with my filter with water and Javex. So I do my ends, and I just leave that there. And then I take my spray bottle. This is isopropyl. This is 70%, so it's already watered down. I used to use the 99%, but then I add water to it. So here's just a normal spray bottle, and then I have it's just a pry bar. A friend of mine made this. It's just a hook or a plate with a little notch cut out in it. Fits perfectly up there, and just give her a pop. Just pull it out. Three or four, just lift it up. Let it go down the drop, so it's actually cleaning the drop and sterilizing it. And then just plug it back in. Like I said, I will be replacing these this fall, so I'll be ready for next spring. So I won't, normally, like I said earlier, I'd spray this down and then put it into the keeper there, or into the tee. And then just on the next one, I keep going down the line. I always start at the beginning of the line and work my way down, and then back up, and then on to my next one, and next one, and it'll all run down to my main line.